So, hello, how's everybody doing? If you don't know me, welcome to the party. My name's Alexander and I'm a web developer by day. During the night, I'm an open source developer on a mission to build helpful tools to help people in their learning journeys. Thank you for being here. So, why are we making Notion to Anki paid? If you haven't been on the Discord, you don't know this, you're learning this for the first time. We're gonna turn Notion to Anki into a SaaS application. That's something I've decided. I've been thinking about it. I've been going back and forth, and I really want to have a free service for everybody anywhere in the world. But the challenge is, if I'm gonna justify continue working on it, it's gonna be hard. If everything is gonna be free and it's gonna be a cost, I'm very grateful for all of the people who have been donating via PayPal, via Coffee, and the people who have actively been supporting the project on Patreon. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, and it does help. But I think long term, if I'm gonna be able to set aside a lot of time for the development and the future of the project, I really need to be able to have some kind of revenue out of it, right? So I can invest in the project, making it even better. And I think there's a great opportunity to do some really, really cool stuff, some useful stuff in the Anki space, and I'm ready for it. And I think the time is here, right? It's time to make a move, and I already know what I want to do with 2anki.net. Most of my plans have been mentioned at Discord. Some of it is not public, of course. I haven't really shared everything, like the grand vision I had in my head. That I've mostly kept to myself because I haven't been sure if that's the right way. And after thinking about it, I'm convinced. I think I know the path forward. And in order to get there, in order to provide a much better experience for Anki users, and especially if we're going to tackle the collaborative deck creation, we really have to invest a lot of time in the infrastructure and deep integration with Anki Web. I think that's the way. And I talked about this in a previous video. I added the link somewhere. So there's a main path we can go down, and I think that's the one where we want to have some integration with Anki Web, the service that's used by Anki users all around the world. Of course, we do want to support the APKG format still, so you can export it if you prefer being offline. Some people do that. Some people are not able to be online via the Anki Web and share deck stuff. So for them, they don't want this automatic synchronization, which is what I really want. The reason why I'm not using Notion to Anki on a daily basis currently is because the synchronization part is actually very manual. You have to go to your Notion page, hit the export, and then upload that payload to the website, and then download the APKG and then import that into Anki. So it's a very clunky and very inefficient method. And what I want to do is basically let you log into a dashboard and then sign into Notion. You've wired your Notion account, and then sign into Anki Web, and then you've wired your Anki account, and then you just create flashcards in Notion and they just show up in Anki. And you update them. This is the tricky part, right? You update them in Anki and then they get back, right? So there's going to be a conflict resolution thing that might be very complicated to implement, but that's why we want the dashboard, right? I really did not want to go down the rabbit hole of having my own user management. One, because I don't want to deal with the code. Writing the code for that is a pain in the ass, and it's not what I'm interested in, right? User management, login, and sign up stuff has been solved. Not that interesting. So I've been really turned off by this. And to be honest, I've actually had 3-4 branches where I made integrations, like private ones. I even implemented a login via Patreon, where you couldn't use Anki and 2anki.net without being a patron. And I just scratched all of those prototypes last minute. I decided they didn't feel right. So even though we're going to go over to a paid SaaS offering, the project is going to remain open source. It's going to be possible for people to self-host it. It's going to be possible to use it for free. There is going to be a free tier in the long term. If you don't know my main project is toanki.net, and we do have other projects, and we are going to get to those projects, but we have to do the priorities, and toanki.net is the biggest one, most popular one, and I've been receiving so much feedback from you guys recently. Thank you very much. Appreciate the honest feedback via the feedback form you can do. And we also did a survey, so if you haven't seen it yet, let me show it to you here on screen. One thing you can do is you can click this learn more, and then let me know if you had to pay for Notion to Anki. Would you pay $10 per month, or would you pay a one-time fee like $90, right? Let me know, right? So I know what you would like, what works for you, if it's $10 per month or $90 one-time fee for automatically synchronizing your Notion notes into Anki, right? And then the second thing is, I don't have it enabled here, but maybe I can disable the privacy stuff here for a moment. There is, you can't see it unfortunately right now, because I'm actually right now, I'm positioned. Let me move myself. Suddenly I moved, right? So you can see on the other side, right? Over there, there is a Hotjar thing. You can reply to these questions where I ask you, how would you feel if you could no longer use Notion to Anki? So these questions might seem silly, but they're part of the product market fit from Superhuman. So they provide me value. So if you have a moment, please fill them out, so I get to hear what you think. And if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe on the video. Until next time, happy learning.